congratulations again.
Thank you.
You've talked so much about this particular award, in the past. Did it live up to your expectations, and how emotional experience has this been for you?
Yeah, it for sure lived up to kind of what I thought it was, and maybe a little bit more. Kind of hearing all the stories of all the other Heisman winners and anything like that, sitting down and talking to them. So for sure lived up to it. And then emotional. Going over my speech nights before and things like that, I get a little emotional by myself, and then I got up there and I kind of surprised myself that I didn't get emotional talking about my mom or anything like that. But other than that, it's been all good. Not too emotional, kind of the same. Gotten a few more texts from people, anything like that, maybe that I haven't heard of in a while, or heard from in a while. But other than that, still been the same. Back here, we got a game in a couple weeks, and I'm preparing and working hard, getting back up.
And from a historic standpoint, with you winning the Heisman, SC's won more than anybody.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to be a part of that, and not only be a part of it, be able to add to it is one of the coolest things. And so, like I said, being able to talk to people like Mike and Matt and Carson or Palmer and a couple of Marcus, a couple of other of the Heisman winners is pretty cool.
Did you get stories from some of the previous winners that you talked to?
Previous stories. I don't know if I want to tell their stories.
Or just their Heisman experience that they shared?
Yeah, so they shared a few things. They shared when you're here for this weekend. It's normally a once in a lifetime opportunity, especially when you win. And also keep smiling, be happy that you're here. Because like I just said, they always say it's only a once in a lifetime opportunity for a player to go win a Heisman. And so to be in that moment, no matter how much sleep I had, I kept a smile on my face. I was happy to be there, and really, really grateful.
Look back on that moment, what stood out to you most, besides obviously winning the Heisman, but what stood out just leading up to that moment, winning the Heisman?
The preparation that went into it, from the speech to the outfits, the different type of suits and all of that, the appointments that I had to make while I was there, get to be there on time. And then one of the other things that I was being able to, I don't know if the weekend would have been as fun, for me at least, if I didn't have my 8 lineman there. Something that I could, there was a dinner that we were at, and it was towards the end of it, and I was asking Katie if when can we go see the offensive lineman, because I wanted to hang out with them, because that was their first night, everybody being in. They made my experience a lot better than
You have a very unique fashion sense, so what went in as far as the creativity, as far as like you said, suits plural?
Yeah.
Into that.
Always, when you step out the house and step out somewhere and you want to go out or anything like that, you always want to look your best. And so that was the main point, is that I wanted to look my best, but also be appropriate for the Heisman. I didn't want to come in some cut off slack shorts, anything like that. I wanted to come in a full suit, but I also did want to dress to how I dress and it fit my personality.
Caleb, can you take us through, after you win the award, you accept it, what's the rest of that night like for you, or what kind of happened since?
Yeah. So after that, I went upstairs, and they give you a suite after you win. And they give you a pretty large room so you can celebrate with, fit everybody in your room. It's not so compact. All your relatives are like me. I had 8 large human beings with me, so it worked out pretty well that I had a suite. So, we went up to the suite. We sat down. I waited for the O-lineman to get up there, but sat down. We ate because I was starving. We didn't eat all day, the finalists. But yeah, I was starving. We ate, and we just kind of sat back and laughed, and we spent some time together, some good quality time together, and after that, we didn't sleep much though. I think coming back here, I had about 6 hours of sleep. On the flight, I got about 4 hours of sleep on the flight. And before the flight, I had around 6 hours for the past like 48 to 72 hours. So I was going a lot off of momentum. But yeah, it was an awesome experience.
What do you recall most about that time with the linemen or your friends and family in that suite just over those last hours?
Yeah, they were all there. My aunt, my cousin, my mom, my dad, O-lineman. And Coach Riley went up there for a little bit. And so Katie was there, and we were all kind of just enjoying the moment, just mainly because of where USC has came from these past couple years. It's been pretty tough, and most of the linemen have been through the tough times here, and so being able to enjoy that moment with them, and all the hard work that we put in over these past 12 months has been it meant a lot to me to have them there and be with me. So to be able to have that moment, it was pretty special, pretty awesome.
You had a lot to say to Lincoln during your speech.
Yeah.
What did he have to say to you after you won the award?
Yeah, it was a bit emotional, but it was the truth. Came from the heart, and you know, he was happy for me. He was grateful. He was happy to be there with me. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else, anything like that. It was a great moment for us too, and we got a lot more to go.
You've been an active recruiter since you got to USC.
Mm-hmm.
Are people more receptive to that pitch now?
Yeah. They might listen a little bit more, and also me just telling them. I mean, I shoot it to them straight. Obviously, they can't join us for the bowl game, so I shoot straight at them. I go and say, if you're not coming here and focus on our team goals, don't come. And if you want to, you know, offensive lineman, wide receiver, offensive wise, if you want to come play with a good group of guys, come on and let's work. If you're not coming here to work, you're not coming here to reach our team goal at the end of the year in January, don't come join.
Caleb,
How many recruiting do you do it with the current team in the transfer portal, like the guys that are already on the roster?
Whoa.
You try to recruit the guys that are here on the team right now to make sure they stay, with not going to the transfer portal. That's something you do too.
Yeah, I mean that comes with relationships and what we've built over the past 12 months. A lot of that comes from that, and then also, you know, having conversations with them and real conversations that, you know, we want you here. We love you, obviously, as teammates. We want you here with us. You've been here with us from the start. Anything like that, but it also is a personal thing that you have to do because everybody has their own dreams and goals. And like I said in my speech, is don't change your dreams, and that's one of the main things. So if you have a dream and you're not, you know, being able to reach that dream here, might need to go somewhere else. But we recruit to keep all of our guys here, and that also comes with the culture thing that we've been building here at USC. We haven't had many guys. We've had a couple guys leave, but you know, some guys going pro, some guys are thinking about staying, some guys have already left. But you know, some people have to make decisions for themselves at some point, and so you know, we've done a good job with the guys we have here, and we're working for this bowl game.
How's your hamstring doing? And speaking of the bowl game, are you still confident that you'll be able to play?
Yep. I'm doing well. Hamstring's doing well, and I am confident that I will be out there.
By the time Saturday came, everyone just kind of presumed that you were going to be the winner. But when that moment came for the announcement, was there any suspense
Doubt?
for you? Or
There wasn't any doubt because I believe in myself and, you know, what I've done this year and what I've done with these guys. But when she handed the paper to Coach after saying, "Here's our Heisman winner," and then handed the paper to Coach, and then Coach had a joke. I'm not a nervous person, but my heart started to pump a little bit in that moment. But as soon as he called my name, it all went out the window and went up there and delivered my speech.
You talked about that outfit reflecting your personality. For people that are watching this that aren't necessarily following your football career, what is your personality? How would you describe yourself?
As in my fashion, or are we talking
No,
about?
just in general. However, you know, I read on your website you said you're well-rounded, and then you listed about 10 things. I think this might have been from last year.
Yeah.
Fashion, investing, technology, digital currency, cars,
Yeah.
art, film, social justice. I mean, give people a sense of who you are.
Yeah, a couple of those things. I was actually just talking about cars and architecture and housing last night with one of my friends, and couple things that I like and love. So just, I'd say unique, because I mean, I paint my nails, I sometimes dress a little funky that other people might not like, and you know, I believe in myself, I trust in myself, I know who I am, and I go about my day every day, and I'm okay with the man in the mirror, like I also said in my speech. I'm okay with that guy that I'm looking back at, and so that's a short summary of it, but yeah.
Do you consider yourself a football player first, student first, son first?
So that's a good question. I'd say student athlete first.
What does finals week look like for a Heisman winning quarterback?
So I actually had to push all my finals into the 3-day span that I had because everything ended on Wednesday yesterday, and so from Monday to Wednesday I was downstairs in the academic advising room, trying to cram and get everything done. I think I ended with all A's, maybe 1B, but all A's and 1B. But it was I did have to push everything back. I sent a couple emails. I didn't just not show up to the exam.
Professors understand?
I showed up. I showed up Monday through Wednesday, but I did send a couple emails before I went to Heisman.
Has it sunk in yet that your 13 is going to be among the jerseys displayed over by the peristyle?
People ask me, has the Heisman sunk in, or has that sunk in, and anything like that? I don't know if it's really kind of sunk in. It's like I know it's gonna happen. I know that I have a Heisman sitting in my apartment right now, and I see it when I wake up. But I don't know if it's really sunk in. I think many years down the line, or maybe next year, or years to come, or whatever happens when they put my jersey up, or whatever the case may be, maybe. But it hasn't. I think maybe when I stop playing football is when it all sinks in, that I get to sit back and kind of sit back and see everything, and go back on all the history that hopefully I can.
As a
keep
leader
building
of
on.
this team, you'll have your teammates and others to come to you for advice and all kinds of subjects. Who do you go to when you seek advice?
Yeah, my parents, Coach Riley, and my mentors back home, my 2-3 mentors back home. Keep a small circle. They've known me the best throughout the years. They've trained me mentally, physically, spiritually. They've instilled a lot in me. And keep the circle tight. Don't go asking questions or questions that you need answers to that could change your life, possibly my life, to somebody that doesn't know you the best, or haven't been around, that hasn't been around you for many years.
And that family unit is at the top of the list.
Who?
The family unit?
Yeah, family unit is top of the list. Top of the list.
Is the Heisman going to live permanently in your apartment, or are we going to find a new home for it?
As of right now, it's going to be in my apartment. It's a pretty cool achievement. So it's gonna be in my apartment. It may move at some point. Maybe when I leave here, it's gonna move. If I don't.
Is it just like on the coffee table,
Yeah,
or
it's
where do you
like
put a Heisman?
It's
I
like a
guess.
center. So I have a big old spot where I eat right when you walk in, and it's like in the kitchen. So it's my kitchen, my bedroom.
Probably the coolest centerpiece you can
It's probably the coolest
That's pretty
centerpiece.
cool.
And then in your speech, of course, it was all about dreams and accomplishing dreams. But I know in hearing you speak that this is not the end dream for you. You have so much more you want to do, so many more goals you want to accomplish. But I guess, how do you build off this one? Because this is a big one.
Yeah, something that I built. It's kind of easy for me because things that I want to achieve in football and life is I don't want to be forgotten. So that means immortality, and that means championships. And so I want to win championships, and I want to be known as the best. And so I'm not there yet, and I won't be there for a while. And so I'm still working and still fighting for those dreams and goals and aspirations that I have that I made when I was a little guy at 10 years old.
Talk about team building and talk about reach out to other up and coming players that want to come here, about being on the team goal, and obviously adding value to that team. In what way does Coach Riley add value to you, and talk to you about how to add value and be valuable?
Yeah. One, there's a certain understanding of you're the quarterback of this team, and you gotta understand that you're a quarterback at USC. There are certain things that come with that, and you know, being a leader, being accountable, showing up, and not only showing up, it's only 50% showing up and working, things like that. You know, it comes along with being in this role, and then also, I mean, there's times where you need someone like a Coach Wiley, Coach Riley, someone that you trust to like today wasn't your best day yet. This, and this, and then there's also a certain understanding of like I want to be the best, and so I go into Coach Riley's office, and you know he might tell me this one thing that I wasn't doing well this week, and so I go and fix it the next week. Being coachable, having an understanding of the position that you're in, and you know just wanting to grow and be the best is that, and so having people here to keep me on a track on a certain path, certain track, and also you know wanting to keep myself on a certain track and keep progressing is the main part to that.
What was the most surprising phone call or text you got afterward?
Ooh, I have had a lot. Oh, I wasn't expecting this. I got a text from Kurt Warner. That was a pretty cool text. I got a text from him and you know congratulating me, but also you know if I want to get any work in mentally on the film side or anything like that, just let him know and so yeah, that was probably the coolest text.
Taylor, how has NIL process impacted you, your career, your student athlete, over your years? This is when it's gone into effect. Was that a big factor in your life?
I mean, I would say it's a big factor, just like anyone that has a career in something, and you know it pays for my apartment and it lets me you know be a man and you know be on my own. My parents always said when you can pay your own bills and do things like that, you're grown now. And obviously, I'm not fully grown because I still have to answer my parents sometimes, but yeah, I mean, it allows me to pay my own bills and anything like that. So I would say it's made a pretty big impact if you get to pay your own bills and your parents don't have to do anything for you. But I also use it to help my teammates and give back to them and all the hard work that we put in because not everybody's in the position. Like I said before, not everybody's in this position, and there's a certain understanding of the position that I'm in, that I can do certain things like give back to my teammates and help them out in any way possible. If I can bring them in on a deal, if I can give a pair of beats to the whole team or a couple pair of beats to the whole team, if I can take a few of my, take Travis or take, Travis, Gary, and Kyron to one of my commercial things, and they be a part of it, and they get, something from it. It's one of my favorite parts about it. So, being able to pay for my own things, and then also be able to bring my teammates in and help out my teammates is what I've done since this whole NIL storm has come upon us. So.
You probably have access to guys who have won it and then come back to school. Have you sought out any advice from them or heard any advice from them on how to handle coming back and going for the second one, maybe?
Not really. I have to come back, even if I didn't want to. I do want to, but I haven't won a championship yet, so I wanted to come back, but I haven't really received anything from them. I mean, next year I'm going to work harder. I'm going to do more mentally, physically when I'm out there, and I'll be back in New York and hopefully in the national championship next year. So.
Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.